Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day. I'm John and this is
Denise Richards.
And then we have our little Lulu here with us today. And welcome back to our third podcast video cast of All Things Home. That's our name for now, All Things Home. We'll see how that goes. Yeah.
I like that.
I like it too. We'll see if anybody has any other suggestions. We're just bouncing that one around. Things will evolve as I promised on our last show, and things will change from time to time. So we're excited about that. So part of our format that we are going to implement into our show, other than the cute dog, will you be able to focus on Denise and I with the cute dog in the show? If not, that's okay. We're fine with that. We do not have to be the center of attention. Lulu can be, and she's super pumped to be here today, and I think we are too. So part of our show is going to be to talk about home and all things that consist of a home. There's a lot that goes into it. Being the realtor, I deal with all the homeland, all that stuff. Being the financial person, you deal with all the finances. Then we deal with a lot of other people around the home structure purchase. What are some of those industries that we deal with?
There is a lot involved in home ownership, whether you're buying your home, selling your home, or you own your home. There are so many people that you have to rely on, whether it's your plumber, your painter, your house cleaner, your insurance agent. And lucky for our viewers, we know a lot of phenomenal people.
We know a lot of phenomenal people, and we were talking about that earlier, maybe giving that a title of Lulu's List.
I love it.
Yeah, Lulu's List, because we do surround ourselves with a lot of top-notch vendors that we know. And, I wasn't even thinking about painters and plumbers when you mentioned that. I was thinking straight along the lines of like title companies and home insurance. But there are so many more involved in the home process of buying and selling that, there's even more than what we just mentioned, right?
Heck
the home inspector. So there's a ton of people that are involved in the home buy and sell process, and we are going to connect you guys with a lot of those people as we go through these video podcasts, and that's what we want to do. Part of our goal is to definitely entertain, but also educate, but also connect you with people in this area who can help serve you when you're looking to purchase and when you're looking to sell your home, right? And so we want to bring some of those people in, but also we'll mention them from time to time in this. And these are people that Denise and I have worked with for years and that are vetted and very good around the Southwest area. But I don't want our viewers to think that if they're not here in Southwest Florida, we can't be of help to them.
True.
Right?
Very true.
What are some ways that we can help our viewers that are in South Florida in regards to our services or education?
So perhaps there's that person up north that's thinking about moving down here. Maybe they want to come and join us here in the beautiful sunshine state of Florida.
Yeah.
And we're the people that are going to make that happen. Maybe it's even sight unseen in a market like this where homes are literally flying off the shelves and there aren't enough to replace them. A lot of these folks, they need our help. They need to know what to expect when they get down here. And if we can, help them on the real estate side and the financial side and put them in touch with quality people for the rest of it, I think that's pretty smart.
It's one thing I hadn't thought about. We have a lot of home buyers that purchase here in Florida that are not here. They get to know a community or neighborhood. They figure out what house model they want, and they go back up north for the 9 months that they're up north, right? And a home comes on the market that they like in this market because it is so crazy. They don't have time to come back down here and see it over a weekend, and they have to put a offer in on a home sight unseen, like you said, right? So it's important that the people you're working with, whether it's your real estate agent or your mortgage person, that you trust them, of course, but that they know what you need and what you're looking for, and you're able to help them get that purchase and get it under contract quickly, because there's a lot of competition in this market.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
For sure. If they waited that weekend, that home could be gone.
It could be gone. If they wait that day, it could be gone, right?
For sure.
We're still in a pretty hot market right now. So that's our goal of this show, is to entertain the folks, to educate the folks, but also to connect them with vendors in this area. And a lot of times, too, our vendors, if they're here and somebody's buying a home, let's say in Tampa or Ocala or Gainesville or North Florida, Pensacola, our vendors can still help them get connected with a quality person in that area, somebody reputable that they know.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So same with in real estate. Yeah, maybe I don't sell homes in Pensacola, but with Keller Williams, there's so many options for me to connect them with top agents in that area.
Exactly.
So that's really important, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And same for me. I mean, whether you're in Gainesville, Key West, Pensacola, if you're in the state of Florida, I can certainly help you.
Yeah. That's good.
A lot of our vendor relationships are like that, where, they're all over the state of Florida.
Yeah. And I was just thinking too, even the differences between us, I can help people that are locally, and I could drive to the Keys and help somebody, but you can really service anybody in the state of Florida because you can do a loan for anybody in any county. You're not just county specific or city specific with your mortgage, right?
Correct.
You are able to service and provide for people throughout the whole state. And I don't know about you, but so many times now you have clients that you really never do see. You maybe phone calls or Zoom calls or emails.
That's a lot of my clientele. And it's a little bit of what makes me sad. I love to meet my people that I get to work with.
Yeah.
So if they're here local, they're going to meet me at some point, whether it's the beginning or whether it's at closing.
Yeah.
But there are many times where I don't get to meet the folks that I work with. So it's not required.
Yeah.
I guess is the good news.
It's not required, and that is good news. It makes it more efficient, but then also it takes away from the personal touch because there's nothing, Zoom calls are not, and phone calls and text are not like face-to-face.
Correct.
Totally different, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you don't get to connect with your person. Well, I do want to keep our initial videos anyways to maybe around a 6 to 10 minute time frame. Unless it's really flowing, then we'll talk for half an hour. But one thing that we would like to do is we want to have a little segment. We're going to try it out. It's called Letters from Lulu. Letters from Lulu. So you may be able to see behind Denise and I and Lulu, we have a nice, fun, fancy, little tiny Lulu mailbox. And we are going to take from that today. And I think we may have a question from someone in that mailbox. So we'll pull from that. Your hands are kind of full.
Would you grab it?
Yeah.
Sure.
So let's pop it open.
Thanks,
we'll
John.
see how this goes. Oh, it's so nicely folded out.
Excellent.
Do you need help, Lulu, sniffing it for us?
Okay.
What do you think, Lulu?
Well, she can't talk. So sometimes she puts her questions on paper for me.
Oh, good.
Okay.
I like that. We're fine with that.
So let's see here. Dear Mama, someone asked me when I should refinance my house. And should I refinance on a 15-year or 30-year?
That's a good question. So they're asking if they should refinance on a 15 or a 30-year loan. So somebody already has the house.
Got the house.
They've lived in it probably for a little bit of time. Do they need to be there a certain amount of time before they refinance? Is there a requirement there?
A year.
A year.
Yeah.
So be there a year. And
Generally
so now this
speaking.
person's asking.
Yeah, and they want to know, do I switch to a 15-year or do I switch to a 30-year? And there's pros and cons to both.
Let's hear them.
So your 30-year mortgage rate is going to be a little bit higher. The term is going to be longer, but that's going to make your payment smaller. Take a 15-year note, the rate is going to be lower, but your payment is going to be bigger. So depending on how you want to leverage your debt and how you want your month to look, month in and month out, will help you decide on which product that you want. Basically.
Perfect. Yeah, so that makes sense. So really you're saying, do you want your payments to be a little bit higher up front, shorter time period, or stretch them out?
Right.
Stretch them out and make those payments. Now, I've seen on my own, sometimes when the mortgage is longer, you're paying more in interest.
Oh, yes.
Right? So what's the pros and cons there?
Yeah, so I actually have a client that we did a refinance, and it made more sense to take a 30-year mortgage and be disciplined, make structured payments that are higher than what are required, and was accomplishing the same thing with a 15-year mortgage, yet having the flexibility of making a smaller payment if that's what they want.
And that's, like you said, flexibility. That people like flexibility and be able to make that choice. So one thing we've seen as well too, and we've heard if you listen to any of popular people out there like Dave Ramsey or any of the financial advisors that talk about how to get out of debt and things like that, some of them also talk about making an extra payment. Can you do that on a 30-year loan? Can you make an extra payment every year if you want? Or can you add $50 a month to your payments?
Absolutely. The fact of the matter is, if you make one extra payment per year, it will work out to making bi-weekly payments. And
nice.
I think a lot of us have heard of bi-weekly payments. Ultimately, it pays down the mortgage by almost 12 years,
nice.
if I'm not mistaken. So it can make a huge difference.
So if you make one extra payment a year, you're basically knocking off probably around a decade of your mortgage payments.
Absolutely.
Or maybe even a little bit more. And that's a nice way, again, gives you the flexibility to make those extra payments if you want. Or if it's if you're not making quite the same amount of money, just pay what they're required for you to make as well too.
Yeah.
Well, good. Thank you, Lulu.
Thanks,
That's a great question. I'm so glad that came in. If you guys have any questions for Lulu, just go ahead and comment those below or send Denise or I an email or text, and we will see if Lulu will read your question via Denise. And that'll be a lot of fun as we go through this time and help educate, entertain, and connect you with the people in this area. So we look forward to serving you. I think that's it for today. Lulu, did you have anything to say today? You were kind of quiet. No? Okay, well, we'll keep moving. It was great to chat with everybody today, and feel free to connect, reach out with us anytime. Our contact information will be below. We're here to serve you and help you. Even if you don't live in this area of Florida or in the entire state, feel free to call, text, or email us anytime. We are your resource. And if you're watching this on YouTube, there's going to be a video that'll pop up maybe here or here or here somewhere. Just click on that and watch the next video. We'll try to keep you entertained. And do me one last favor. We want people to like and subscribe. If you like Lulu, do it for Lulu. Okay? Like for Lulu. That's the next thing we're going to call likes for Lulu.
Likes for Lulu.
Likes for Lulu. So likes for Lulu below and subscribe so you're notified every time this comes on YouTube. Our goal is to hit the 100 subscriber mark. We're gaining on that quickly, so we're going to hit that here pretty soon. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.